Well, wonder of wonders, the other spindle came today like it was supposed to, but I got the pulley puller a day early. Apparently some assembly required. So I'll get that done and we'll try to get started on pulling this pulley off of here and replacing the spindle. Well, it's awkward as all get out to get that thing on there and try to get it centered up, and I didn't get it quite centered. But I'm going to go ahead and start cranking on it and hope it doesn't slip off. And maybe here before too long we'll have this pulley pulled off. We're going to try anyway. Well, as jury-rigged as that pulley puller thing set up is, it worked. We got the old pulley off. We got the pulley off of it there now. Now I can go ahead and start pulling the spindle bolts out. And these are the pulley puller's main bolt is a 3/4. These down in here are 1/2 inch, I do believe. Yep, 1/2 inch. 1/2 inch down there for those. So I'll go ahead and just remove them 4 bolts there. Well, hey, we got it out. There's the old one. One of the bolts wouldn't come out. I broke the bolt head off trying to get it to come off, but that's all right. Don't need it. The new spindles or mandrels or whatever you want to call them come with their own bolts, and we'll be using the new ones. This here, I don't know if you can see her here or not, but you can see how bent that is. If you look at this side of it, and you come over to here and look at this side of it, you'll notice how far out that little cup of a thing is here. But it just wallers around and it doesn't spin very easily at all. And I believe the other one's just the exact same way. So we're going to go ahead and get these things off of here. I don't know if I get further away from it, you might be able to tell there. You can kind of see how it's bent. But that's all right. We got new ones. So all I'm going to do is go ahead and get the other one off now, and then I'll worry about putting them back on after I get the other one off, right? Because I want to get this deck cleaned off some before I go to reassemble everything. So we'll go ahead and start working on this one over here. Well, that second pulley come off much easier. That spins quite a bit easier. But if I go around the other side, I think I'll be able to show you now what I was talking about. If you'll watch this thing here. I don't know if they show up good on the camera or not. But you see how it looks like it's weebling and wobbling on there. And it may not be as bad as the other one, but it's coming off just the same. Well, chances are this spindle here might have been okay because it still turns easily enough, but you can see it still looks kind of warped on the bottom there as it turns. So it's probably a good idea to go ahead and change it anyway. Even if it wasn't even out of balance or anything. It's 8 years old. It's time to put a new one on. All right, now the new ones I think have to be tapped, but there's self-tapping screws that go in there. Well, no, they look like they're threaded. Okay, well, great. I don't have to worry about that then. Look down in there, it looks like Looks like they're threaded down in there. If I get some light in there, I don't know how well it's going to show up on camera, but they're threaded. So that's better than what I thought. Because I had heard that these were a lot like when I put the new motor on and had to, screws had to self-thread into the motor because they were just smooth and that. But what I did on the motor, a lot of folks wouldn't do. That they put the motor on the frame, went on ahead and started trying to tap the threads in that way. I set it up on the workbench, and threaded it in up there, and then took the bolts back out and then put it on the frame and then screwed it back in. That was a whole lot easier than trying to thread them screws from that was a whole lot easier than trying to thread them bolts from underneath of it. All right, well, we'll get one of the new ones here and start putting it together on here. They come through from the back side, and of course the bolts go through there then. So we'll go ahead and get one on here and see what we're dealing with. Well, right away I have noticed one design change on these things. Hadn't started putting them on yet. I just got the new one up. Can you see it? Look at the bolt on top of that one, it's flat. Look at this one here, it's got a grease zerk in it. So these can be greased, they ought to last longer. I'm pleased with that. I didn't know they came with grease zerks on them. All right, well, we'll get started now. Well, I'll tell you one thing, folks. At my age, old hand tools there. That's all I use on stuff like this, just hand tools. I think for Christmas, I'm gonna, either that or for my birthday, I'm gonna ask for one of those, lithium-ion battery-powered impact wrenches. Make us go a whole lot faster. I've got one more bolt to tighten up, the top one on the top left there, and then I can go ahead and put the pulley on. I got to remember to put the I got a spacer that goes on here. The new ones didn't come with that spacer, so I saved the old ones. That's the only thing they didn't come with. I saved the old one so I can put it back on there. And we'll go ahead and get to it.
License, your credit is approved, guaranteed.
We want to see you in a Mitsu.
Trying to get this thing to take a photograph. All right, I don't remember where I was with this, but I've got them all on. I got the blades on the back. And back last year, I went and bought a tube of grease, and I have searched high and low for it, because I thought my grease gun was empty then, but it wasn't, and I greased the fittings on the mower, and went and looked for my ran out trying to pump this thing up. Over here, I got a little bit of grease in there. But ran out of it, and so I had to run to the store and buy more grease. So now we got us a tube here. I'm fixing to take the old tube out of the grease gun there, and got the pump down here. So we'll get that done and start pumping her back up again. I'll tell you what, if any of y'all ever do this and get one with a grease zerks on it, you're gonna be pumping a long time unless you got an automatic grease gun or a air pressure one or something, because I done pumped this damn thing about 60 times and I hadn't seen grease come out anywhere yet. It's not Doesn't come out behind the pulley, and it's not coming out back here. I don't know where the heck it's supposed to come out, but I'll keep on pumping. This pump here, God, this pump's older than me. Pappy had it before I was born. But we're still pumping. I better turn this camera off so I can hold the hose there to keep it from popping off. Well, it took about 100 pumps of grease on each one of these to fill them up to where it's coming out the back. Probably should only took about 90 because I had quite a bit oozing out back in the back. You can see it down there. Both of them, that's the old grease there, that black stuff. And then the new grease is that red looking stuff down in there. But it's ready to set the deck back down now and slide back underneath the thing and hope and pray that the frame isn't bent. I'm hoping all it needed was them new spindles. But we'll see here shortly. Putting the deck back on is just the reverse of taking it off. Nothing to it. Piece of cake. All right, well, we got it reinstalled. I'm gonna crank her up here and see what happens. Wish me luck. I call that an unqualified success. I'll go ahead and shut this camera down now and mow the front yard. All right, well, this is Gary signing off. Thanks for watching.